Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, dear viewers of my channel, JC's Online English School. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another online class. Yes, sir. Online class number 5. Yes, online class number 5. I'm broadcasting live from Madrid, Spain, the capital of the country, on this nice Wednesday. Yes, the last day of the month, of September. Okay, once again, I'm with you. Delighted to be here. Okay, to teach you a few more things. Okay, this is level B1, okay, which is intermediate, okay, level B1 intermediate. And today we are going to talk about the present perfect, okay, the present perfect. One of the most used tenses used in English, okay, together with the simple present and the simple past, okay. So if you have a good grasp of the simple present, simple past, and the present perfect, you have about 50 or 60% of the language already. Okay. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Welcome back. Sarita, my dear friend. Thank you for joining us. Miss Malaga, thank you very much. Sarah's with us. Okay, very good. So we have a good connection, obviously, if Sarah's with us. Everything is perfect. Okay. So welcome, Sarah, and welcome the rest of you who will be joining me shortly, I hope. So once again, welcome to JC's Online English School. Okay, we are broadcasting live from Madrid, Spain, the capital of the country. Let's see about today's date. Yes, as I said before, today is the last day of the month of September. Okay, yes, today is Wednesday, British, the 30th of September, 2020. Okay, so hello, Luciana. How are you? Welcome back. Welcome back, Luciana. Welcome back, Sarita. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your time joining us. Okay. And Americans say today is Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. Okay. Notice the pronunciation is slightly different. Okay. British, once again, they say today is Wednesday, the 30th of September, 2020. And Americans say today is Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. Okay, hello Mario, how are you? Good morning to you, good afternoon for us here in Spain. Okay, Mario, following your instructions or your wishes, here you have the present perfect. Remember, you asked me last week, so here it is, all for you. Okay, the present perfect on level B1 intermediate. Okay, I hope, Mario, you like the class. I hope, Luciana, you like the class, and Sarah, you like the class. Okay, hey, I didn't forget, hey, Mario? I didn't forget. Okay, so it's all for you. So for dedicated to you, Mario, dedicated to you. The present perfect. Yeah, today's your day. All right, very good. So let's continue with today's weather. Today's weather, okay. The question is, what's the weather like today? Okay, what's the weather like today? Oh, here is the answer. Here in Madrid. Today it's mostly sunny. Mostly sunny for today here in Madrid. Okay, and the temperature in Celsius is 27 degrees. Okay, 27 degrees in Celsius. As far as Fahrenheit is concerned, the temperature is 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so once again, 27 degrees Celsius or 27 and 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so yeah, the weather's good today. Weather's good. Tomorrow, I think it's going to be worse. On Friday, it's going to be raining. But right now, today, the weather's still holding. It's still holding. Okay, it's not too hot. It's not too hot. Okay, all right, let's see. Remember the 6 different levels. A1 beginner, A2 elementary. Okay, so in Argentina, it's a beautiful spring day. Okay, that's good. Good. All right, congratulations. You can enjoy the day today there. All right, very good. So yes, the levels are A1 beginner, A2 elementary, B1 intermediate, B2 upper intermediate, C1 advanced, and finally C2 proficiency. And because today is Wednesday, since today is Wednesday, we have level B1, which is intermediate. Okay, all right. So today, remember Wednesdays, we always have level B1 intermediate, Monday A1, Tuesday A2, Thursday B2, and Friday C1. I am not teaching the C2 level yet. If I have a lot of petitions from different people, I might open another class, but so far nobody has asked me for that one. So the last one that I teach is C1 on Fridays. Very good. So let's take a look at some vocabulary as usual, okay? And today we are going to learn expressions to talk about cheap prices. Okay, nobody wants to pay a lot of money for things, of course. So today we're going to talk about expressions concerning cheap prices. Okay, let's take a look at them. Number one, you pay a lot more in other places. Okay, you pay a lot more in other places. So take advantage of this one. Next one, it was quite cheap. Yeah, it was quite cheap. It was quite or fairly. You could say quite or fairly. Fairly is also correct. So it was quite cheap. Okay. Next one, that's a good price. Yes, that's a good price. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a good price. Yeah, very good. Okay, next one. The next one is very easy. It wasn't very expensive. It wasn't very expensive. Okay. Next one. I'm happy with the price. Yes, I'm happy with the price. Well, congratulations. Mario says, these expressions are for Argentina. I'm sorry, Mario. I'm really sorry. But remember, because it is expressions, Mario, you need to write this word. Okay, these. Okay, these, not this. This is for singular, remember, and these is for plural. But I'm sorry to read that, Mario. I'm really sorry. Hello, hello, Daniel, how are you? If I remember correctly, you are Daniel, right? Correct me if I'm right. You are Daniel. Dark 26 is Daniel, correct? Okay, I remember you from yesterday. Hello, Jose Maria, how are you? Jose Maria, welcome back. Jose Maria, welcome back, Daniel. Please correct me if I'm right, Daniel. I think your name is Daniel, but correct me if I'm wrong. I hope not. So, yes, I'm happy with the price. Next one is, it wasn't that expensive, really. It wasn't that expensive, really. Next one, I thought it'd be more expensive. Yeah, I thought it'd be more expensive. It would be more expensive. Next one, it was quite reasonable, actually. Okay, it was quite reasonable, actually. Actually, it's a synonym of in fact. Okay, actually or in fact, they're synonymous. Okay, and the last, well, the penultimate is it was good value for money. Yeah, it was good value for money. And last but not least, we have it didn't cost that much. Yeah, it didn't cost that much. Okay, so let me review them again. Remember, we're talking about expressions concerning cheap prices, except in Argentina, according to Mario. Okay. Anyway, number one, you pay a lot more in other places. Number two, it was quite cheap. Next, that's a good price. Next, it wasn't very expensive. Okay. Next one, I'm happy with the price. Next, it wasn't that expensive, really. Okay. I thought it'd be more expensive. Yeah. It was quite reasonable, actually. It was good value for money. And last but not least, it didn't cost that much. Okay, so once again, these are different expressions. So remember, Mario and everybody, these plural, okay? And this singular. These plural and this singular. All right, very good. So let's see what else do I have prepared for you. Oh, a quiz. Hey, we have a quiz, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how well you do. Okay, it's very easy, don't worry. The sentence says, I have some new books. I have some new books. I will read in bed at night. I will read in bed at night. And the options are A, it, B, its, C, its, D, them. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you have a 25% probability. So which one is the correct answer? Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, or Delta? A, B, C, or D? Okay, I'll be waiting for your answers. Okay, I have some new books. I will read in bed at night. Okay, Mario says Delta, D. Jose Maria says Delta also, D. So Jose Maria agrees with Mario, all right? Does anybody else have a comment? Daniel, do you have a comment? Luciana, Sara, anybody else? Does anybody else have a comment other than Mario and Jose Maria? So Mario and Jose Maria agree. Both of them think it is Delta, D Delta, okay. Danny and Daniel thinks it is Delta, okay. Anybody else? Does anybody else? Okay. All right, Delta, okay. Daniel, you wrote in capital letters. Thank you very much. But yeah, lowercase capital letters doesn't matter, don't worry. Well, thank you. Anybody else? So, ladies and gentlemen, you're right. Okay, Daniel is right. Jose Maria is right. Mario is right. Delta is correct. So, the sentence becomes, okay, Luciana, very good, yes, correct, very good. So the sentence becomes, I have some new books, I will read them in bed at night. I will read them because them is equivalent to plural because it says books. So very good, congratulations, very good, Dani, Luciana, Jose Maria, and Mario. Thank you very much. Okay, there is another one. Okay, not very difficult. This one is very easy too. All right, the sentence says, they spent a long time at the source in the museum. The source, okay? So they spent a long time at the source in the museum. And the options are A, looking, B, for looking, C, to look, and D, for look. All right. So they spent a long time at the source in the museum. So, which one is correct? Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, or Delta? Okay, do you have an answer for this one? Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, or Delta? This is the second quiz. There are no more quizzes, okay, I promise. This is the second. All right. Daniel says Bravo, okay, for looking, okay. Anybody else? Do I have another one? So they spent a long time at the source in the museum. Okay, any other options, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, Mario agrees. Mario agrees with Daniel. So Mario thinks it is Bravo as well. Okay. Jose Maria thinks it is Alpha. Okay, I'm sorry, Jose Maria, I didn't read yours. Okay, Jose Maria thinks it is Alpha. All right. So we have one Alpha and two Bravos. Luciana, what do you think? I'm gonna try to call you Luciana. In Spain, we say Luciana with a theta, but I understand. You would like to be called Luciana, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. Luciana. Okay. So Luciana, what do you think? Is it Alpha or Bravo? Do you agree with Jose Maria, or do you agree with Daniel and Mario? Let me know, Luciana. What do you think? Because it's one of those. It is Alpha or Bravo. It is one of those. So, waiting for Luciana's answer. Luciana, do you know? Okay, all right. Okay, Luciana, do I have an answer from you? Oh, Luciana is thinking, and finally Luciana agrees with Jose Maria. So we have two Alphas and we have two Bravos. Ladies and gentlemen, the correct answer is Alpha. Okay, you don't need the preposition for looking. You don't need it. So they spent a long time looking at the source in the museum. You don't need the preposition, but don't worry, Mario. Don't worry, Daniel. That's okay. We are here to learn. So don't worry if you made a mistake. The important thing is that you learn the correct answer, okay? So the correct one is Alpha. Congratulations, Luciana and Jose Maria. They spent a long time looking at the source in the museum. Okay, so once again, you don't need the preposition. But you were close, Danny and Mario, you were very, very close. Okay, all right, excellent. Let's move on. Now let's take a look at some spelling differences between the good Americans and the nice British. Okay, all right. So yeah, sometimes there are a few differences. When I type using Word in my computer, I have the American corrector, the American typewriter. But when somebody sends me an exercise and I need to correct the British, there are a lot of mistakes because British sometimes use different spelling, or Americans use different spelling compared to the British. But I prefer the American. But anyway, let's take a look at them. Center, well, Americans say center. As you can see, the R goes between the T and the E in the British, and American sounds more natural, center. Yeah, the same happens with meter. In my opinion, sounds more natural in American English, but again, the British have the R between the T and the E. Okay, theater, the same thing happens, theater. Okay, check. Well, the British write it with a Q-U-E, and the Americans with a CK, all right? Checker, the same thing happens, CK for the Americans and QUER for the British. Analyze, very similar. In this case, the Americans have a Z as in Zulu, and the British have an S as in Sierra, okay? Criticize, exactly the same thing, Z as in Zulu for the Americans, and S as in Sierra for the British. That one is not a big difference. Color, with the word color, the British include the U, and the American don't have it, okay? Favorite, the same thing happens. British includes the letter U, and Americans drop it. Same thing happens with honor. With honor, okay, you don't pronounce the H, by the way. You don't say honor. No, you say honor. Honor. You don't pronounce the H, okay? Dialogue, British includes the UE, and British and Americans don't. Okay. Hello, Julie, how are you? Why are you just so tired? You didn't sleep last night? Julie says I'm worn out, meaning that she's very, very tired. Okay. All right. What else do we have? Catalog. Catalog, the same thing. GUE for the British and without them in the American version. Defense, S for the Americans and C for the British. License, the same thing, S for the Americans and C for the British. And the last one is practice, S for the American and C for the British. Okay, sometimes it's hard to remember, but try to do your best. So once again, I'm going to pronounce the American version. Center, meter, theater, check, checker, analyze, criticize, color, favorite, honor, dialogue, catalog, defense, license, and practice. Okay, so once again, the differences are minor, but yeah, there are a few differences. If you take British exams here from Cambridge, the first certificate or the advanced or the proficiency, theoretically, you should use the British, okay? I'm not sure they will fail you if you use the American, but try to remember the British, or at least that's what I tell my students. Use British spelling when you write the compositions or the essays, okay, in the exam. Okay, use British. Okay, let's see. Let's move on. Let's see what else I have for you. Okay, today's idiom. Idiom is an idiomatic expression, okay? This one is very easy, okay? A piece of cake, but you don't translate literally. A piece of cake means to describe a task that is easy to accomplish. I repeat, today's idiom is a piece of cake. And that means to describe a task that is easy to accomplish. Well, hello, Alejandra, how are you? Always late, my God. Thank you, Alejandra, for joining us. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for us to have you here, although you're late, but that's okay. Like I always say, better late than never. Let me write it again. I always write it with you because you're always late. So better late than never. Okay. So Americans pronounce better late than never. So because Alejandra is always late, I always remember the expression. So thank you, Alejandra. Better late than never. Okay, it's very similar to Spanish. Better late than never. Anyway, so a piece of cake once again means to describe a task that is easy to accomplish. Okay, let's take a look at an example. Toby said the interview would be tough, but it was a piece of cake. He said, I will clear the interview easily. Okay, all right. Okay, so a piece of cake is something very, very easy to do. What do you think, or what is a piece of cake in your opinion? I don't know. Tell me something that in your opinion is a piece of cake. Luciana, Jose Maria, Mario, Julie, Alejandra, Daniel, please tell me something that in your opinion is a piece of cake. For example, I don't know, riding a bicycle is a piece of cake because it's very easy. Riding a bicycle, and it is something that you never forget. So yeah, riding a bicycle is a piece of cake. It's very easy to do. Okay, what in your opinion is a piece of cake? Let me read an example, okay, in the chat. So in my opinion, this, whatever it is a piece of cake. For example, in my opinion, and let me write it down, in my opinion, riding a bicycle. Oh, okay, hold on, I'm running out of battery, but it's everything okay. Riding a bike is a piece of cake. That's my opinion, okay? So in my opinion, riding a bike is a piece of cake. That is my sentence, okay? In my opinion, riding a bike or a bicycle is a piece of cake because it is easy and it is something that you never forget. Once you learn how to ride a bike when you're young, you never forget. Okay. All right. So Danny says, playing video games is a piece of cake. Maybe for you. I'm not familiar with video games, Daniel, but it's okay. I'm not really familiar with them. Okay, but yeah, it could be. Yeah, maybe for you. So, all right. But thank you for the sentence. All right, playing video games. Write it in gerund, Danny. Playing with ing, playing. Because at the beginning of a sentence, if you have a verb, the verb is in gerund. It is said or pronounced or written in gerund. So playing video games. Okay. Does anybody else have another example? What is, in your opinion, a piece of cake? Something very, very, very easy. Okay. What is, in your opinion, a piece of cake? Okay. For example, learning English with JC is a piece of cake. Hey. All right. So learning English with JC is a piece of cake. Is another example. Okay. Let me write it down. I like it. Learning English with JC is a piece of cake. Okay. So here's my sentence. Learning English with JC. Okay, Julie says, I'm really into fishing. Okay, Mario says, for me to resolve mathematical problems is, oh, really? Oh, mathematical problems is a piece of cake. All right, very good. It's not for me, but Jose Maria, in my opinion, reading, oh, yes, yeah, of course. Jose Maria says, in my opinion, reading is a piece of cake. Very good sentence, Jose, yeah. That is a good one. That is a good one. But for Mario, it's solving mathematical problems. For Daniel, is playing video games. Everybody has different opinions. Okay. All right. Very good. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. So now we are going to concentrate on the present perfect that Mario so much wanted, and he told me to do it last week. Okay. So here it goes, dedicated to you, Mario. Present perfect. Okay, the present perfect is formed from the present tense of the verb have and the past participle of a verb. Okay, so we use the verb have or has if it is third person plus the past participle of a verb. And of course, we need to know the past participles of all the verbs, whether they are regular or they are irregular. Okay, you're very welcome, Mario. It's a pleasure. So, it's important to know the verbs, the conjugation of the verbs, otherwise forget it. Okay, so let's see the uses of the present perfect. It's very, very similar to Spanish. Practically, it is the same. Okay, so no problem. It's going to be very, very easy. We use the present perfect for something that started in the past and continues in the present. So it started here in the past, maybe 10, 15 weeks ago, or 15 days ago, or 1 week ago, but still continues in the present. Let's take a look at some examples. They've been married. You can also say they have been married. Okay, you can contract it or not, it doesn't matter. So they've been married for nearly 50 years. Wow, that's a long time. So they got married 50 years ago, and believe it or not, they are still married today. That is a record nowadays. Yeah, to stay married for 50 years, man, that is a record nowadays. So anyway, they've been married, or they have been married for nearly or almost 50 years. So once again, they got married 50 years ago, and today they are still married. Okay, another one. She has lived in Liverpool all her life. Okay, so she started living in Liverpool when she was young, and she's still there. Okay, so she has lived in Liverpool all her life. So once again, it is something that started in the past and it still continues in the present. The first example, they are still married, and the second example, she is still living in Liverpool. Okay, all right. Let's continue. Another case of the present perfect, another use of the present perfect, okay? We use it when we are talking about our experience up to the present, including the present, okay? It's very similar to the previous case. So when we are talking about our experience up to the present, okay, including the present, let's see some examples. I've seen that film before. Okay, so somebody's watching a film. I've seen a film. Oh, I've seen that film before. Yeah, based on my experience, I've seen that film before. Yeah, it was a good film. Okay, or for example, I've played or I have played the guitar ever since I was a teenager. In other words, I have a lot of experience playing the guitar. It's not my case. I don't play the guitar, but it's just an example. Okay. I've played the guitar ever since I was a teenager. So you have been playing the guitar up to the present. You are still playing the guitar nowadays, okay? All right. Another one. He has written 3 books, okay? And he is working on another one. So in other words, he is still writing. He is still a writer, okay? So he has written 3 books in the past, that is his experience writing, and he's working on another one. In other words, he is still a writer, okay? So once again, you can contract it, I've seen, or not, I have seen. Normally, when people talk, they contract it, and when they write it, they don't, okay? But it's up to you. Okay, another one, another thing or situation is that we often use the adverb ever. British pronounce ever. I don't like it, I prefer ever. In any case, so we often use the adverb ever to talk about experience up to the present. So sometimes you can use the adverb and it sounds good. For instance, it's an example, like it's not true. My last birthday was the worst day I have ever had. Again, it's just an example, it's not true. I had a wonderful birthday last time. So my last birthday was the worst day I have ever had. Okay. If you drop the word ever, the adverb, the sentence is okay. You could say my last birthday was the worst day I have had. It's fine. But with ever gives more emphasis to the sentence. Okay. But again, it's optional. And we also use never for the negative, if ever is for the positive, for the negative. For example, take a look at the question. Have you ever met George? Have you ever met George? The answer is yes, but I've never met his wife. So we use never because you have never met his wife. So again, have you ever met George? Yes, but I've never met his wife. Exactly the same as in Spanish. I am not going to translate because on this level, I do not speak Spanish, I promise. Levels B1, B2, and C1, I do not speak Spanish. But yes, so have you ever met George? Yes, but I've never met his wife. Okay, so we use ever in the question and never in the answer. Okay, now, another use of the present perfect is for something that happened in the past, but it is still important in the future, or in the present rather. Okay, Julie says, I'm an expert when it comes to accounting. It's a piece of, oh, finally Julie wrote a sentence about a piece of cake. My God, all right, all right. Okay, but it's a good sentence, Julie. I'm an expert when it comes to accounting. It's a piece of cake. All right. Okay, but we're talking about the present perfect now. So anyway, yes, another use is for something that happened in the past, but it is important nowadays or in the present. For example, I can't get in the house. I've lost my keys. Yes, maybe you lost your keys, I don't know, 2 days ago. You cannot get in the house. So I can't get in the house. I've lost my keys. Or another one. Teresa isn't at home. I think she has gone shopping. So she went shopping, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, but it's still important because she hasn't returned. So Teresa is not at home or isn't at home. I think she has gone shopping. Okay, so something that happened in the past, but it is still important in the future because, in the present rather, because it is affecting us in the present, what happened in the past. Okay, now we are going to see finally, before the exercise, we're going to see the uses of have been and have gone because they are quite a little bit controversial. Okay, so again, we're going to take a look finally before the test at the structures have been and have gone. All right, now they're very easy. We use have or has been when someone has gone to a place and returned. So he or she has gone, but he or she has returned. No problem. So, okay, for example, where have you been? I've just been out to the supermarket. But when you're asking the person is already back. That's why you're talking to him or her. So where have you been? And the person right there in front of you answers, I've just been out to the supermarket. So he or she went, but he or she came back. No problem. Okay, another case is, have you ever been to San Francisco? Have you ever been to San Francisco? And the answer could be no. For example, no, but I've been to Los Angeles. That means the person went and he came back. That's why you're talking to him now or to her. So have you ever been to San Francisco? No, but I've been to Los Angeles. So once again, you use have or has been when someone has gone to a place and returned. Okay, no problem. So he or she went and he or she returned, no problem. However, you use have or has gone when that person has not returned. Okay, he or she is still there, whatever there is. For example, where is Maria? I haven't seen her for weeks. Where is Maria? I haven't seen her for weeks. And the answer is, she's gone to Paris for a week. She'll be back tomorrow. So she hasn't returned yet. She is still in Paris. That's why you use she's gone or she has gone. Okay? She has gone to Paris. She'll be back tomorrow. She has not returned. That's why you're asking, hey, where is Maria? I haven't seen her for weeks. Oh, yeah, she's gone to Paris. She'll be back tomorrow. Okay. She is still in Paris. Okay. Beautiful city, Paris, by the way. Very romantic. I was there many years ago and I loved it. So again, what is Maria? I haven't seen her for weeks. Well, she's gone to Paris for a week. She'll be back tomorrow. She's still there. And that's why she hasn't returned. That's why you use have or has in this case, because it's third person, has gone. Okay. But if the person has returned, you use have or has been. Clear with that? So once again, have or has been when someone has gone and returned, and has or have gone when someone has gone and has not returned yet. Okay, are you still with me? I hope so. Let's take a test or an exercise. Very easy. Complete the sentences with the present perfect of the verbs in brackets. Okay, so they give you the verbs and then you need to complete the sentences with the present perfect. It is very important, as I said before, to know the past participle of the verbs. Otherwise, you cannot complete the sentence. But they're not too hard. All right. Number one, Elaine in hospital 3 times this year. Elaine in hospital 3 times this year. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the present perfect of this sentence? Elaine is a third person, it's a man. It's there needs to be a little change in here. So number one, write the number of the sentence, please. So Elaine in hospital 3 times this year. Okay, can you give me the answer for this one? Elaine in hospital 3 times this year. Okay, can you give me the answer for number one? Okay, I'll be waiting for you. Okay, does anybody have an answer? Okay, Jose Maria is correct. That's right, because it is third person. Elaine has been in hospital 3 times this year. Very good. No, Mario, because it is third person. Elaine is a boy, a man, or a boy. So you need has been. All right, very good. Has been. Don't forget. Okay, number two. I tennis since I was 8 years old. Not my case. But anyway, I tennis since I was 8 years old. Okay. So, what is the present perfect of this sentence? I tennis since I was 8 years old. Can anybody tell me, please? Does anybody know? All right. Okay, hey Mario, I have played. Excellent. Oh, you know that one. I have played tennis since I was 8 years old. Very good, very good. All right. Okay, have is correct. Number two. All right, let's move on to number three. I to be an actor for many years. Okay, Jose Maria, thank you. I have played. Very good, thank you. All right. I to be an actor for many years. Number three, ladies and gentlemen, what is the correct answer for number three? Can anybody tell me, please? The correct answer for number three is... Okay, what is it? Okay, can anybody tell me the correct answer for number three is... Okay, I to be an actor for many years. Okay, does anybody know? Okay, anybody? Okay, I have wanted. Yes, Maria, that is correct. I have wanted to be an actor for many years. Yes, sir, that is totally correct. I have wanted. Excellent. Let's move on to number four. I bananas. I think they're horrible. Now we have the adverb never. Okay, don't forget. I never like bananas. I think they're horrible. No, they're not. They're nice. I like them. They taste okay. They're good for your health. But anyway, I bananas. I think they're horrible. Okay, and the correct answer is, ladies and gentlemen, what is the correct answer for this one? Bananas. I think they're horrible. Okay, number four. Number four. Anybody for number four? Okay, a few more seconds. Daniel, you are very quiet. Julie, come on. Jose Maria, Mario, come on. Okay, nobody answers, so I'm going to give you this one. Maybe it's a little slow, the communication. So, okay, I have never liked. Okay, Jose Maria, excellent. I have never liked bananas. Okay, remember the verb. This is a regular verb, and the conjugation is like, liked, liked. All right, and you put the adverb between have and liked. Okay, all right, number 5. What's the most interesting city you visit? Now we use the adverb ever because it is not a negative, it's a question. Okay, what's the most interesting city you So we need to use the verb visit, which is also a regular verb, all right? Okay, so the sentence becomes, what's the most interesting city you visit? Anybody? Number 5? Okay. Come on, number 5, number 5. What's the most interesting? By the way, the pronunciation of the word interesting is interesting, not interesting, okay? So the pronunciation is interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, the city you have ever visited, it's correct. Jose Maria, very good, very good. All right, all right. Okay, excellent, excellent. Now we're going to concentrate on those other expressions that I told you before. Have been or have gone. Remember? Okay. So have been, the person has returned, and have gone, the person has not returned from wherever he or she went. Okay, number 1. Your hair looks nice. Have you to the hairdressers? Is it been or gone? Your hair looks nice. Have you to the hairdressers? Here you have a 50% probability, so it's not very hard. So once again, number 1, your hair looks nice. Have you to the hairdressers? So is it been or gone? Okay, you are talking to the person face to face. So obviously that person has returned. So because he or she has returned, you say, you say been. Don't worry, Daniel, don't worry. Maybe it is a little bit more advanced for you, but that's okay. Don't feel bad. Try to learn as much as possible. Don't worry, Daniel, don't worry. So, your hair looks nice. Have you been to the hairdressers? You're talking to the person. That means that he or she has gone to the hairdresser and he or she has returned. And you are appreciating his hairstyle, his new or her new hairstyle. Okay. I've to the shop, but there was no bread. Sorry. I've to the shop, but there was no bread. So, is it been or gone for number 2 of the second part of the exercise? Is it I've been to the shop or I've gone to the shop? All right. So, this is a little harder, huh? Okay, anybody? Anybody? Okay. I've been to the shop or I've gone to the shop, but there was no bread. Okay, let's see. It is been because you are talking. You already went and returned. You went and returned. Okay, so you went there was no bread, so you returned. And thus you're telling somebody else, somebody else. So I've been to the shop, but there was no bread. So you already know. You already went, but you returned because you're talking to somebody. Okay, so these are harder, huh? Okay. Regionals to Istanbul on business 5 or 6 times this year. All right. Regionals. Whoops, I'm losing my earphone here. Let me connect it again. Okay. So number 3. Reginald's to Istanbul on business 5 or 6 times this year. Do you think he's still there, or do you think he returned? Here is the key. So theoretically, he has returned. I don't think he's still there. So Reginald's, the answer is been to Istanbul on business 5 or 6 times this year. That means he went on business to Istanbul, Turkey, and he returned. Okay, been is correct. Jose Maria, been is correct. Some of them are easier than others. All right, number 4. Miss Evans isn't in her office. She's not in her office. She's not in her office. She hasn't returned. She's probably home. Okay, she's not in her office. She hasn't returned yet. She's probably home. So what is the correct answer? Miss Evans isn't in her office. She's probably home. Is it been or gone? Gone is correct, Jose Maria, because she's gone home and maybe she will return tomorrow. It's the end of the day. All right. And the last one is, where is my passport? I can't find it anywhere. So the passport has disappeared. So where is my passport? I can't find it anywhere. The passport has disappeared. The passport has not returned. You don't know where the passport is. So which one do you use for the last one, for number 5? Where is my passport? I can't find it anywhere. And gone is correct because the passport has not returned. The passport has gone on vacation and he hasn't returned. All right, so let me read them all again. Don't worry. Number 1 from the top. Elaine has been in hospital 3 times this week. Number 2, I have played tennis since I was 8 years old. Number 3, I have wanted to be an actor for many years. Number 4, I have never liked bananas. I think they're horrible. Number 5, what's the most interesting city you have ever visited? Okay, to me, probably Rio de Janeiro, in my opinion. Okay, for me. Although, yes, Rome is nice, Paris is nice, Budapest, etc. But for me, Rio de Janeiro is the best, the most interesting. All right, number 1, and the second group. Your hair looks nice. Have you been to the hairdressers? Number 2, I've been to the shop, but there was no bread. Sorry. Number 3, Reginald's been to Istanbul on business 5 or 6 times this year. Number 4, Miss Evans isn't in her office. She's probably gone home. And number 5, where's my passport gone? I can't find it anywhere. All right. Okay, don't worry, Mario. I understand. That's okay. That's okay. But you can watch the video again later. Today's joke goes like this. Okay, I hope you like it. The joke, I think it's good. I don't know. I think it's a clean joke and it's kind of funny and true. True. It's a true joke. Okay, it goes like this. Most common lies ever told. I didn't do it. I'm fine. I've read and agreed to the terms and conditions. So these sentences are 3 of the most common lies ever told. So, once again, I didn't do it. Oh, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. I'm fine. How are you feeling? I'm fine. No, you're not. Especially when you ask your wife or your girlfriend, hi, honey, how are you? Is everything okay? I'm fine. She's not. And the last one is, I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions. Okay, give me an example, Mario. Can I use the present perfect when I speak about my feelings? But you could say this. You could say this, Mario, for instance. How are you feeling? You could say, I have never felt better in my life. You could say this. I have never felt better in my life. Okay, let me see your example. I have loved my wife. Oh, yes, perfect. It is perfect, Mario, if you still love her. Okay. If you don't love her, it's not correct, okay? It's a joke. So yes, your sentence is good. I have loved my wife for 30 years. That is a beautiful sentence. Again, I hope it is true. Yeah, if it is true, it's a perfect sentence. Otherwise, I'm just kidding. Yeah, yes, you can use that. It's a perfect sentence. All right, very good. So, what else? I think that's all for today, folks. Oh no, there is another thing. Did you know? Very interesting, by the way. An interesting fact. Okay, did you know? Oh boy. Did you know that eating an apple is more reliable? Is a more reliable method of staying awake than consuming a cup of coffee? Again, I repeat, did you know that eating an apple is a more reliable method of staying awake than consuming a cup of coffee? Interesting. I don't drink coffee, so I don't know. I'm not a coffee drinker, but yeah. If you're gonna stay healthier, just eat an apple instead of drinking coffee. Okay, Mario says my wife sent your your best wishes. Well, thank you, thank you. Likewise, tell her I sent her my best wishes too. Okay. Thank you, Mario. Very good. Thank you very much. All right. So yeah, that's all today, folks. To learn more about subscribe to my channel. Yes, we have 530 subscribers, I believe, or 28. Yes, don't forget to subscribe, please. Yes, it's online English school, and don't forget to hit the like button. I hope you liked the video, and share it. Share it with other people who might be interested in learning about the present perfect. So yes, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and don't forget to hit the like button. Okay, if anybody wants private classes with me, I still have a few openings, not many. More and more people are calling me. Last night, 2 people contacted me, a man and a woman, and they want private classes. So yes, if anybody wants private classes, please let me know. I still have a few openings. And thank you so much for your attention. That's all, folks. And have a beautiful day. Enjoy every moment. Yeah, enjoy every moment of your day. You're very welcome, Mario. It's been a pleasure. Yes, I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about a very, very interesting topic. You're very welcome, Jose Maria. You're very welcome, Daniel. It's been a pleasure to have you. Okay. Yes, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow with level B2 and Friday level C1. But tomorrow's topic, it's quite interesting. Okay, it has to do with interpreting or learning how to read the headlines on newspapers or on the internet. Headlines, okay? So I'll explain it tomorrow. It's going to be a very, very interesting class, and I hope you like it. But thank you very much once again for joining me. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy every moment, and God bless you. Okay? Goodbye.